The pre-frame is everything that happens before your presentation. If you're doing a presentation, much like I'm doing today, where it's going to be on video and viewed later, then the pre-frame, yes, in part, it has by me talking, hey, this is what we're going to talk about today. Today, you are going to learn XYZ. Today, you're going to learn the magic and the power of the pre-frame and how it's going to affect the outcome of your presentation. That's part of the pre-frame. But a very important portion of the pre-frame in itself is not there on stage. It's not during the presentation. It's everything that happens before the pre-frame. It's the communication that you have with your audience before they show up to the event. It's your interactions online. It's your direct messaging. It's the messaging that you put out in your content. It's all the previous content that they may have consumed before they got to this point. The pre-frame I'm talking about is the relationship that was built between you and I prior to you saying yes to stepping into this program. That's the important part of the pre-frame. Now, your messaging prior to it happening is vital because that sets them up with a set of beliefs about what they're going to experience once they get into the room. Now, when they enter into the room and they already have a set belief, then those beliefs will be the very thing that will actually control the outcomes that they receive. And your goal, your job as a speaker, a presenter, as a communicator is to help them experience a transformation in their life. Now, how do we go about doing this in person? Well, for many years, I spent a lot of time going into stages across the country. I would speak at churches, I would speak at events. And the one thing that you can do for the pre-frame is make sure to shake a bunch of hands. Make sure to walk up to the audience, people that are going to be hearing you later on, and introduce yourself. Say hello. Give them a good first impression before their first experience with you on stage. Make sure that you connect with them. Make sure that you learn something about them. The pre-frame isn't just about what they believe, but also what you believe and what you know about them. Then the time comes when you begin to present. You can present specifically to your audience, not a general audience. Not an open field, but a very select group of people that you know, that you understand, that you can connect with. Share some stories. Have a conversation. Get to know something about their family, about their jobs, about their location, their passions, their interests, and then weave them into your talk. When you do this, the audience will feel more connected. And the cool thing about an audience, when you put them in the same room, especially in a live experience, when you get 2 or 3 people to lean in, you'll notice that a lot of people start to lean in because there's that general feel of interest and comfort going on during that time. You can do the same thing in the offline experience by actually engaging with them in a live presentation. During that live presentation, you can call them out and be like, hey, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you again. You know, today we're going to talk about pre-framing and what the audience believes before you even show up. You know, a great example is when Kelly, I spoke with her earlier, and she had implemented what I had taught in a previous session, and she found much more engagement with her audience because the audience was already connected to her. That's the power of the pre-frame. And when you do this more consistently, you'll find that they will receive your message much more gratefully, much more openly, and without resistance. Because the greatest thing that we can do is lower their resistance so that they will receive the gift of our message that day. And I hope that this just helps you a little bit in understanding the pre-frame. Again, connect with your audience. The pre-frame happens before you speak at the main event. The pre-frame happens in your direct messaging. It happens in your emails. It happens in all of your content. You are building the pre-frame beliefs with people who have not even consumed your content yet because of the content that you're currently creating. So be careful about what you put out there. Every piece of content, every video, every written form, every infographic, every picture of your family, everything you put out is becoming part of your personal brand. So be cautious about what you put out, but also be very intentional about what, how and when you place it into the public. Now that we've covered the understanding of what the pre-frame is, I look forward to talking you into the next video where we go a little bit deeper in how to get that audience more connected to who you are.